What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of EdgeWorks Knife Studio. I got finally got the Meglio Kiritsuke. This is a 100% Magnacut knife. It is a mono steel. This was courtesy of viewer Adam Hausner. Appreciate it so much, my friend. I am very, very excited to give this a try. What we're going to do is see how difficult it is to sharpen Magnacut on standard non-diamond stones, and then we'll move over to diamonds. That may be a separate video. Just depends on this and the length of time it takes to get what I want. A little bit about the knife. What little I know is, or from what I've received, I believe it's, I don't know, I don't want to say it's stamped. I think it's cut out, like CNC cut out. And then it's ground. Adonma said that, what is the guy's name? Brad or something? And I apologize if I don't remember the names correctly. I saw it once and didn't follow up, but said that he uses FSKs actually to sharpen them. I don't know if that's every single knife. I'm sure that there's a machine that sharpens them, as they churn them out, but maybe for his own uses, he uses FSKs to sharpen them. So that's cool. But today is not about using an FSK or a Cheefarcuut or any kind of sintered or vitrified or resin bonded diamond even. Today is about using regular stones. And what I'm going to use to cut this knife is a King Neo 800 grit. Now, for those that don't know about this stone, this, you can see there on the box, designed for stainless is what they put it as. And as far as stainless goes, I'm not certain if it has to do with the clogging nature of certain like stainless steels or whatever. So I don't know. That's my assumption, right? Because if you get like a softer stainless steel, it can clog your stone. You're having to clean it more often. And that's kind of my understanding behind this Neo. It also, like, it cuts just about anything. That like, it's also for these harder stainless steels. So it's like a, I don't want to say a two-part kind of a deal. But again, from my understanding, it's for the situation of softer stainless steels that clog stones, as well as stainless steels that are harder to sharpen due to, like, I'm talking like Magnacut type stainless steels. So that's my understanding about it. I could be wrong, but that's what I remember reading. I'm going to look up here real quick because I did want to get the HRC rating on this knife. I did forget to do that. So we'll do that right now on the phone. It says here, from what I'm looking at, it does come in a by the way, they have like DLC, and this one's a satin finish, which is awesome, by the way. The handle is a G10 handle. The hardware is titanium. I'll show you guys that stuff. It says bevel angle inside of 18 degrees per side, so that's what they've aimed for. I do not see an HRC rating though, so that maybe it's just that I don't know. I'll need to reach out. And Adam, if you know, let me know. I know you said it was hard, but it doesn't say quickly on the side. It doesn't say anyway. So I'll show you real quick here. And one, it's just a beautiful knife. It really is. You can see the grind from the belts, I'm assuming, or the machine, which is fine by me. Get the name there. And again, I call it Meglio. I don't know if it's Meglio, but there it is, Magnacut. So yeah, I mean, this is a beautiful knife. This handle is extremely comfortable. It's got titanium hardware, if you can see that. Man, the light show here. This is one of the most comfortable handles I've ever felt. So I didn't know what to think whenever I saw it. I mean, you see that at first and you're like, ah, it's a, it's a G10 handle, but in the hand, it's almost like my fingers, and again, your hand could be bigger, it could be smaller, I don't know. But my hand, the way this went into it, immediately fit all the spots, and to hold it kind of like I would this kind of knife, you know, or the pinch grip, everything feels comfortable. It doesn't feel like it's, you know, cutting into my hand. It doesn't feel too big. It doesn't feel too small. It just, I mean, it feels good. The knife came sharp. I'm going to put my edge on it. We all do that. But the knife it was definitely not a terrible sharpening job. This thing is a freaking laser. It's nice and thin. It's got a good distal taper. You can see, I'll show you this here again. You can see it back here towards the handle. And then it thins out a great deal. And it's hard to see against the white background and stuff. I would need to get good pictures for you. But I mean, it comes down to a nice, thin kind of a point towards the tip. It's not super thick, you know, anywhere else anyway, but it does have to start off from the, you know, the tang and stuff. But that's, I mean, you expect that. But it is, like I said, a very nicely done knife. The bevel is even. The only thing that's weird to me, and this is not a defect, this is a lighting issue, because this is almost like a rainbow, this little scratch pattern. It almost looked like these sections had small little dents, but it turned out it's the way the light's refracting from the shiny surface. So anyway, really cool knife. So what I want to do is I want to put it, I'm going to do this as well. I got my Shapton Glass 1000. I'm going to try it too. Adam, I guess, had an issue with his, and I want to see if maybe it has to do with his stone. It could have been that it wasn't maybe lapped. I don't know. I don't want to make any assumptions for Adam, because I don't know, you know, what he tried or not. I just know that he had an issue with his 1000 grit Shapton. So, as real quick, guys. So for the reason I'm delayed is I had to work late yesterday. I got called back into work. So I apologize for uploading it a day late, but yeah, you win some, you lose some. It's been a crazy week with this back to school stuff. It's killing me. So, but we should be back to normal coming up soon. I said that last time, but I mean it this time. So, but yeah, I just had work yesterday. I appreciate you, Dama, checking on me. Everything's good to go. So, all right, guys, let's go ahead and give it a shot. As usual, we'll listen to our King Neo. This was flattened and lapped. I used my 140 grit chef knives to go. Just a standard plated diamond stone. Love that thing. It was 30 bucks. I looked the other day, I was going to get another one, and they're $40 now. Still a good deal, but you can get an Atoma for close to that. Anyway, don't know. The thing is chef knives to go, when it was 30 bucks, $29.99 was a great deal. I still think it's a great deal for 40, but dang, you know. Anyway, so here we go. Let's go ahead and give this bad boy a little test. What we're going to do is we're just going to go till we raise a burr. We're going to see how long it takes to raise a burr. I'll be able to tell if it's fighting the knife at all, or I'm sorry, if the knife is fighting the stone at all, you know, pretty quickly here, but I don't think we're going to have a problem. And one of the things that Adam wants to know is, like, if diamonds are necessary or how well diamonds will cut this. I will tell you, diamonds are going to do an amazing and super quick work of this this knife, and any knife like it. But we will demonstrate with this King Neo, which is about a $35 stone on Amazon. So here we go. I'm going to try and like I said, I'm going to put my angle on it. I'm going to be respectful of the factory bevel here. So. I love this stone. Being Magnacut, you're going to be able to get a crazy good angle, low angle. Get up on this hill tip. Okay, as you can see there, we've got a good little bit of metal on the stone. Go ahead and wrench that off there. I've already got a burr. So, I mean, that has made light work of this. And this is, you know, this is not a diamond stone in any way. There's no diamonds anywhere in this. So I've got a burr completely. Yeah, tip. There's just a little lacking in the back here. I want to look at this, make sure how my burr looks. But yeah, we got a burr. So it's an even bevel set. Okay, I'm gonna hit this back a little bit more, then I'll do some long strokes and a couple more of the focused area strokes, and then we'll go the other side. Man, I actually dished, not bad, but I dished one of my Cheefarcuuts by going ham on one of those Camillus, you know, the brand Camillus, or yeah, I think it's Camillus, Camillus. It was a machete that my son, his boss, wanted me to try and sharpen for him. He's like, see if you can sharpen this. Well, I mean, it's like 420J or 440C steel. The guy beat the crap out of it though, so I mean, it was pretty rough shape. And I put it on that Cheefarcuut and it ate it for breakfast, but I was grinding the crap out of it because the guy had chips and stuff everywhere. And as the first time I put any kind of dishing on the Cheefarcuut, and it was just a little dish from where, because I mean, it's a machete, so it's a thick machete. If you've never seen them, I've got one I can show you. But I was putting my hand on like this and just going to town on this thing. And I dished it just a little bit in one little spot. So I was pretty proud of how that thing held up. All right, we're good with the burr. I'm going to look at it with my Carson Micro Bright. Just making sure I got the bevel slightly larger on the tip than I really wanted it to. And that light refraction really makes it look like I seriously screwed up, but I did not. Oh, I do need to do a little work back here before I look at it. Hold on. Right back. It's this kind of close to that back section. Even it out. Yeah, it's got that nice little rocky kind of curve here towards the top. I really like the way that this knife is. I used it the other day just to kind of get a feel for it, and did some veggie prep, and you know, cut some meat. And man, this thing's a great knife. It's expensive as all get out, and I'll leave a link for those interested. But man, I mean, this thing goes through food. All right, let me grab my microscope. I keep getting my fingers wet and then putting them on the freaking thing. So I got my Carson Micro Bright here. Oh yeah. $100%. Look at this back side because it didn't get as much initially as the rest. That's actually kind of weird. The burr kind of folded back over on itself. I've not seen that before. Another reason I want to put an edge on this new knife, like I said, it was razor sharp. I mean, I could shave with the thing. I was cutting cardboard as a test, you know, just to show one of my coworkers who was like, wow, that's crazy. You know, you could have, because I don't know if they use a machine to do these. I'm assuming they do. So I may be wrong because I don't know. But my assumption is a machine was used, and I just want to also always put my own edge on one of these, especially if they were machine ground, in case there's a burnt edge. We all know about that. It's a very common thing that happens. It's not a big deal. If there is a burnt edge, you know, Benchmade's been doing it for decades. So All right, here we go. Let me hit that burr real quick. Make sure it comes off, or it flips over at least, so I don't like grind it into the stone. There was a little bit there, not much. All right, give her some long strokes. Man, what an excellent knife. This thing feels so good, and like I said, in the hand, the weight, it's so light. It's a big knife, but it is very light. And again, Adam, thank you so much, man. After I do this edge, I'm going to test it, and I'm going to do the Shapton Glass. Moderate pressure, you know, it's not very much. It's not light, it's not heavy. It's not even medium, but you can hear the steel just singing. Okay. We successfully flipped the burr over. Let's make sure it's 100%. We'll inspect this bevel. And again, you can see, I mean, a good deal of steel all over that stone. I'm telling you, those that, you know, don't know about this King Neo, I'm telling you, it's a diamond in the rough. It's a gem in plain view, whatever you want to call it. It is a great stone, and it is cheap. I got this one from Knife Japan, which is that Amazon seller. It comes straight out of Japan, and like I said, I paid 35, 33 bucks, shipped, tax, everything. So just keep that in mind. All right, looking at my bevel, we look Gucci. We'll give it some more here, and then we'll do some long strokes. And then we'll deburr and we'll give it a test. Man, back to school, like I said, it's about to kill me. Everybody waited till last minute. Oh, we need this. Hey, can you get projectors up in 4 rooms? I know we don't have projector mounts and we've not used them before, but somebody donated the, you know, that kind of stuff. Ah, the life of IT. I don't know why they wait until like the day before move-in to say a lot of this stuff. No respect, I say, no respect. I get no respect. Love me some Rodney Dangerfield. He told some truth. All right, we're good. Okay. I'll wipe this off. Well, no, I'm not. I'm not going to wipe it completely off. I'm just going to wipe that off so I can look at this bevel. I'm like discombobulated today, guys. I'm sorry. Looks even. Even Steven. All right, we're going to do some edge leading deburring strokes here. I'll hit it with that back stroke. I'll just do a few of them, then I'll hit it with the strop if I don't have complete burr removal. And we'll cut it, then we'll bust out this Shapton Glass. Shapton Glass isn't even going to be needed, but I just wanted to do it. Like I said, freshly lapped with 140 grit diamond plate. I use that or the 400 Datoma. With the deburring strokes, I'm just using, you know, basically the weight of the blade as the pressure. And my fingers, when they're on there, are guiding it. Okay, I'm going to wipe it off. We'll check it and we'll give her a cut. Just making sure it's completely clean so I got no crazy excuses here. I'll bring you guys on up. All right. So I do see some Klingons. They don't look that bad. There's a few They're very minimal. Let's see how it cuts before I strop it. I don't want the strop to like add or take away anything. So it looks like it was mostly torn off with the deburring, you know, on the stone. But you can sometimes see like the little ridge, you know, like it's super minute. But I'm going to use this Hutsul's strop here on the rough side. I'm just going to use the rough side for a few strokes. Not even going to do that many. Probably 3 or 4 per side. There's 2. There's 3. And 4. Put a little pressure on the strop just to make sure. I'm going to look real quick in the microscope just to make certain I got those off. And it wasn't all for naught. I'm trying to be thorough. And it does appear to have cleaned the final pieces off. And let's grab our sheet of paper. All right. Let's listen. My God. That'll give you a chubby. Just barely. Oh. What a wisp. Holy snikes. I don't know, but I think it's sharper than it was. Oh, mama. Oops. Huh. Yeah, let's grab a paper towel. I gotta grab a paper towel on this one. I haven't been doing it a lot. I kind of got yelled at for cutting up all the paper towels. But you know, it's you suffer for your craft, you know what I mean? Nikes, baby. Would you look at that? Oh. Oops, I tore the hell out of that one. Yeah, she's sharp, yo. So, we know for a fact you got Magnacut, you get a King Neo. Comes in 800 only, I believe. I don't think I've seen any other King Neo, any other price. So, what a beast. And it does, oh my gosh, that stone does so good with so many other steels. HAP 40 doesn't stand a chance. None of it. I haven't tried ZDP. Actually, I'll do ZDP. Maybe that's what I'll do coming soon. I'll do ZDP on it. ZDP 189. I'd like to try Maximet or something on it too. I got that Maximet Spyderco from Adama. Yeah, maybe we'll give that a shot. Okay, so now what we're going to do, we're going to bring your little booties on over to this Shapton Glass. This is the Glass 1000. Show you guys once again. Mine are the older version. As you know, the newer ones have it says like WA, and then the numbers look a little different and stuff. I don't, well, I say I don't think. There wasn't any kind of formulation change as far as I'm aware. That's just a cosmetic change. So, but I do have the old ones. Nana nana boo boo, stick your head in doo doo. Okay. Let's just give her some swipes here on this Shapton glass. We'll be able to see on the stone. It's nice and white. You'll be able to see whatever it takes off. And we'll use our exact same angle. And we'll give her some strokages. Ooh, finger slipped. So the Shapton glass does indeed appear to be taking off metal. about the same as the Neo did. So here you go. It's kind of running off there, so that's my bad, but hopefully that showed up. It had a lot of glare on my side. Apparently I suck at that. Resume. Take that water all off of there. Now it's fuel for a burr. We do have a much less burr than we had with the King Neo, but there is a slight burr. And when I say slight, I do mean slight. So let's go ahead again with this Shapton glass. We're going to give it a little bit more, I don't want to say, we're not going to do pressure, just a little bit longer of a time on the sections, and see if we get a different burr. But the pressure is exactly the same as I was using. No change there. So it's the same as with the King Neo. It is taking off more metal. Okay. Oh yeah. So it's not as aggressive as a burr as the King Neo was. We do have a burr. I'm actually going to look at this one under the microscope again, and then I think we'll be good to flip. I do, and I'm sorry that I didn't record the other one to show you. I do have some refinement versus the King. It is not a lot of difference. Oh, I got water on that side, I guess, still. I can see it moving under the microscope. So I have the very thinnest wire edge. Actually, I don't think there was a lot of difference in the scratch pattern. Yeah, this is just like if someone took the tiniest ballpoint pen and were to draw a perfect small little bead all the way on that edge, is exactly what it looks like. It shined it up a little bit too. But there's a very tiny burr. So I would say, I mean, some people would say, duh, it's an 800, but honestly, there's not a big difference between 800 and 1,000. But anyway, I would definitely say that the King Neo is cutting better than the Shapton. So I made sure the burr was gone. Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt about it that that King was cutting better. Or more fiercely. Ooh, almost did it again. I love sharpening. So we got our burr. Feels exactly the same as it was on the other side, obviously. I wonder if I'll finish this on like a 6,000. I don't really see a need, but I think that'd be fun. Not in today's video, but it's weird. And in my left hand, this sits off the stone a little bit more. just a little bit more here. Being very deliberate about working the areas. You got to kind of give a little bit of that roll and pick up with this swoop on the tip there. Kind of a demonstration because you're bringing it up, rolling it down, bringing it up, rolling it down. Doing full strokes. I'd say that my natural hold angle, which happens to be the bevel edge angle that I like, and it's not having anything to do with the fact that it's just how I hold it. It's just that my cutting performance on my natural hold, I've always preferred it to any of the other angles. Now, you know, a fatter angle that's less thin. It's more of a fat triangle, so to speak. That's great for chopping, you know, things that are thick, bones. If you have a knife blade that's thick enough to do it, you know what I mean. But my natural, like I said, my natural hold is perfect for slicing and dicing like veggies and stuff. I'm feeling a difference here, which is why I keep going back to it. So just in this little curved belly area, it's a little, it's less than I want. So okay, I think we're good. Feels the same. All right, we're going to deburr the same way. And I'm not even going to look. I'm just going to strop because that's what I did the last time. Or actually, well, I don't know. I'm going to wing it. Maybe I won't strop right away. I'll look at it first. How about those Shapton Glass stones? I don't use them as much as I used to. They used to be my one and only. And by that, they're the ones that I really went to more often than not. But now, I think the only thing I really ever bust out in the Shapton Glass / Rockstar range, which are the same thing, is the 320 and the 500. Everything else I use many other different stones. It's got nothing to do with anything wrong with these. I have preferences. Well, I got so many to choose from too. My wife says I'm a spoiled brat. She might not be wrong. She says it in the most loving way possible. All right. Let's chickadee check. A little Carson micro bright here. So I do see oh, no, not right there. I was going to say I see less burr, actually. Yeah, the tip. I'll just go ahead. I'm going to give it just a couple swipes. I don't think I need to do much. So we'll just moderate pressure. I'm just going to do 2, 3. All right. Had water on the tip there. Let's grab some pepper. See if I screwed that up. Let's listen. Ooh, I may have screwed that up. No, I didn't. I don't know what that was then. I think put on the brakes. Did you hear that? It's so weird. Oh, that was my thumb. Oh my gosh. Don't do that, kids. Yeah, so she's cutting through. I mean, you're gonna sharpen and not sharpen, shave all day long. Actually, I'll do that too. I'll grab a piece of this paper that I used earlier. Oh, the same paper towel. That didn't work. Yeah, it's cutting it still. I'm not gonna say there's any kind of massive improvement. Oh well, I mean, yeah, we're still good. So this thing still has that edge. That's a really weird spot. I'll just get a new paper towel. The Shapton Glass, I don't think it did it like a ton of favors. It did seem like it was slower. The Neo is definitely, if I were choosing that or the Glass, I'm choosing the Neo. But I could get it done with the Glass. God dang it. Well, that doesn't look good at all. No, there it goes. It's cutting. Okay. I don't know. And again, I could still have some leftover burrs, or I screwed that up. That's very possible. Like I took off the edge that the 800 Neo put on it, and the 1000s wasn't anywhere near as good. You know, I could have possibly convexed it or rounded it a little bit on the Glass versus the Neo. I guarantee if I did that Neo, that I'd bang that thing right out. How long has this video been? Yeah, so what I'll do is the next video for this, I'll do some diamonds to prove their speed versus the length of time that took. So that way we can keep this as the ceramics, non-diamonds, and then the next one will be diamonds. What I'll do is I'll use the FSK 400. Yeah, I'll use actually, to keep it in this grit range, maybe I'll use the King or the Nanowall 1000. We'll start there. That's resin bonded. We know the FSK, the Cheefarcuut, the 400s, they're going to cut the crap out of this. That cuts the crap out of everything else. So I'll stick to the 1000 grit, like I said, Nanowall or King, because they're pretty similar. Also, I forgot to tell you guys at the beginning of the video, this thing is bad to the bone. I love Chinese style cleavers, okay? Now, this thing is rough, and I like that. If you look at this handle, it's literally a chunk of wood that they burnt a semi-design on. They got that standard Chinese cleaver tang situation. This is a carbon steel, high carbon steel. They said it's manganese steel. I asked them, I said, I need more clarification. I don't need just manganese. I need to know what this is, because I want to know. We got the, Kuroshi finish. It is cladded. So we have an iron cladding and a high carbon core steel. It's $26 on Amazon. I'll put a link down there in the pinned comment if you guys want to get one. 26 bucks. It does not come with an edge worth anything. This thing is everything I've ever wanted, and I put my own edge on it first. I did it with the Cheefarcuut. And that's all I've done so far is the Cheefarcuut. And man, I'm going to tell you, I don't know why I like Chinese cleavers so much, but man, I love them. 26 bucks for sure, but that's not what this is about. We'll do a video on that, but I wanted to show you, I forgot to show you earlier. So yeah, this Meglio, if you can afford one, get one. These things will take an insane edge. I'm going to put that other edge back on it and just play with it, with the 800. And I'll probably update the comment to let you guys know, because by the time I upload, I'll have already put that back on there. And I'll let you know in that comment whether or not the paper towel went back to how it was when we ended with the Neo. which will tell me the difference between the 1000 Shapton Glass and the Neo. I'm willing to bet that the Chosera would do the same thing as the the King would, the Chosera 1000. So I don't know why the glass had a weird issue with it. It did cut, and I think if I spent more time with the 1000, that it would cut. It was definitely taking metal off, but I believe it, for whatever reason, it just needed more. It just needed more. Where the Neo is designed to get stuff done, basically. So anyway, I appreciate y'all tuning in. Again, like I said, sorry for the day late on the video, but I couldn't do this without you guys, and your support keeps growing daily, and like, it means the absolute world to me. I can't explain how much that means to me. So again, thank you guys for helping me do this, because if I didn't have anybody to do this for or with, I wouldn't be doing it. I'd still be sharpening. I just wouldn't video it. So I hope you guys get something from it, and I appreciate y'all's support, and I'll see you guys this week, and we'll do some more stuff. I'll probably do something with that Chinese cleaver too. So peace.